Hi, everybody. If you guys please would scan this, sign in, pretty please. One person from a family. There's a spot for your name and your child's name and everything you can think of. So pretty please, make sure you do this. This QR code is about to disappear. It doesn't come up again. Pretty please. All right, Alyssa. Hi, I'm Mr. Simpson, Mr. Ryan Simpson. I am the director here at Pearland High School. I want to say thank you very much for this opportunity. I know I'm young. I'm still not the youngest theater teacher here. So yeah. In the back, we have David Woodsmith. He's waving back there. If you want to wave at him. He's younger than me. I think 2 years. Am I right?
How old are you?
26.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the youngest theater teacher in the district. Not me. Not anymore. We also have our booster executive board here. I think besides Audie Johnson, we have Pan Van Maren, who is our president. Hi, Pan. We have Melissa Washington, who is our vice president. Hi, Melissa. We have Mr. Chad Hammonds, who is our treasurer. We have Catherine Alamia, who is our secretary. She will be outside. And we have Audie Johnson, who is not here yet. Next slide. Okay, here's our booster board total. If you notice, there are 3 open spots. I think I'm going to allow the boosters to speak at some point here just so that you hear from them. I know it can be kind of boring to hear from me all night. I'm going to try and not make it that way. So please bear with me. For community outreach, we have Melissa Washington. With communications, we have Mary Jane Monahan. For costuming, we have Miss Wendy Delano. Fangrams, Angela Estes. Fundraising and sponsorships are open. We need somebody. Membership, we have Catherine Alamia. Musical, Pam Van Maren and Audie Johnson are tag teaming. Senior recognition is Mary Jane Monahan. Spirit Nights is open. We need somebody. Theater banquet is Sarah Jones. Webmaster, running all the web stuff, is Audie Johnson. Concessions is Michelle Scroggins. Hospitality and social events is open. We need somebody. Merchandise, Catherine Alamia. Scholarships, Sarah Jones. I want to say thank you to anybody who's up on that board. They do a tremendous amount of work. I'm not going to lie to you, these booster parents are wonderful. They make my job extremely easier. Just having them and having that kind of support is incredible. If you notice, we have 3 open spots. And if you also notice, a lot of these people's names are up here multiple times. I promise you that's by necessity, not by necessarily want. This job gets easier the more people we have to do it. If you could find some time or maybe some interest to maybe help out with one of these things, I know that they would be greatly appreciative. The parent support I've seen here at Pearland is incredible. If you don't know me, I basically cut my finger in half my first year teaching here. Had to get it fully surgically repaired, cut every tendon. It's good now. But truly, they organized like meal runs to my house. They brought me food. They took care of me in ways that I can never repay. So I just want to say, I know how great the parents are here. I know that you are a part of that. I know that your parents, if you were just a kid here, would do the same. Let's try to broach that topic. Come talk to one of us. Come talk to me. Come talk to Mr. Smith and Pam. We're lovely people. We won't bite. It's not that bad. Okay, next slide. Communication. This has changed drastically. And let me be clear. I do not want to send out skyward emails every week. I think, 1, they're annoying. They go to every single person in this department and every parent. 2, no one actually read them. They're boring. They hold too much stuff. Sending all the information to all of the people every week is not cool. It's not effective. It doesn't work. We all agree? Cool. If you need to email me, or you get an email from me, it will be simpsonr@pearlandisd.org. If you get an email from Mr. Woodsmith, this might change, because hyphenated last name, very recent. It's smithdave@pearlandisd.org. If your kid is in a show or in a class, they have a band app. It is an app on your phone. It allows me to put in a calendar. It allows me to send and message updates. It allows me to remind about any event that happens. If you're in Clue, the Clue band app has been created. There's also only 4 of them. There's not 6 like there were last year. Got it? If your kid is in one of those things, if you're in production, there's a band app. If your kid is in theater arts, there's a band app. If your kid's in Clue, there's a band app. They should be in it. If you would like to join it, please do. You can see the whole calendar. The Clue one's not finished yet, but I mean, hey, we're doing okay. The theater arts one has every date for the year. If you are a parent and you would like to try and keep updated, Melissa Washington has put a lot of time into adding a lot of events into the parent group me. There are a bunch of QR codes outside. This is how we message parents. This is how we message kids. I have a group me with my officers. This is the messaging app. Group me, messaging, band, calendar, and for your kids. Make sense? That's how all of this will go. There will not be anything else. Unless it's like a field trip that's not technically one of those things, and I still might make a band app for it. I'm not sending you Skyward emails. Is that me?
It's been doing that.
Sounds like it got worse. Okay, next slide. One thing to know, I don't think this happened last year, and I need you to hear me. Everybody who's in a theater class has an assignment to sign the handbook, to say that you have read it and that you have signed it. I have put in a lot of time updating our handbook so that it's not from 2016 anymore. It has the musical fee for this year, it's $300. It has the fall show fee for this year, it's $100. It has the crew fees. It has anything you could possibly want. If your child gets in trouble, it has how I will discipline them. It has everything it could happen. Anything that could happen. I have mentioned it in this handbook, and I need you and your student or parent to sign it. It is an assignment. It is a major grade. It's the easiest 100 you'll ever get. If you want to continue, technically, every person has to sign it. I've been telling this by district, so please, don't get me in trouble with the district. Next. Little Bigs. Aww, I get to change my tone a little. Hey, so our Little Big Social is happening on 8/23. If you're a parent of a sophomore, this doesn't apply to you. Frowny face. But if you're a parent of a senior or a junior, they can be a big. If you're a parent of a freshman, please, I beg of you to sign them up to have a big. I cannot talk about how helpful it is to have somebody guide you through this department. It is incredible. We try to pair them up with people I think will work well with them. Last year I didn't have a lot of say in the littles, but this year I do. So pretty please, it's not too late. We can still sign you up. If you are interested, please talk to me or Alyssa Warfield, our president. She's kind of running the whole thing. Yeah. Next. Thespian Society. We have an honor society as thespians that you are allowed to join. You have to work up to get to 10 points. 10 points to be inducted. How many of y'all were inducted last year? Raise your hand. Oh my, good gracious. Quite a few. Raise your hand if you're one of those people and you were a freshman when you got inducted. It's possible. It is possible. So if you're a freshman and you would like to be inducted, you would like to be involved in things, it is very possible. It is very much a thing. I do want all of you to know that technically we have chords and graduation things. By the district, it is currently not approved as a approved chord or graduation thing. I am fighting tirelessly with the district to get it approved because our graduation people don't want us to wear things that aren't approved. If I get to a point where I need parent help, I might reach out to some of you to be like, yeah, we want this approved, blah, blah, blah. We're an honor society. We are like nationally recognized. Spanish Honor Society gets one, they get chords. Art Honor Society gets one, they get chords. For some reason, theater is the lame duck. You're working towards points. If you're in a show, it usually has a set amount of points, okay? If you're in a supporting role, you'll get like 4 points for that show. You can also volunteer your time or do other things like come to this and get hours. 10 hours equals 1 point. That is kind of how it goes. You're not allowed to double up your points or hours. If you're getting the 4 points from a show, you can't say, but I worked 60 hours total and I get 6 points. That is not how that works. If there's an assigned point total, that's it. If there's adding up hours, then you can add hours. I know. Next. Hey. I fought really hard for us to be able to go to this thing. Fest is our big trip of the year. If you don't know anything about International Thespian Festival or the National Thespian Festival or Texas State Thespian Festival, the Texas State Thespian Festival is the largest theater gathering on planet Earth. Just saying. It is. It actually is. They split it in half, sent half of them to San Antonio or Corpus, and it's still the largest. It's a wonderful time. Your kid can see plays from other high schools. They can attend workshops from master teachers or just okay teachers. They can have a lot of fun. We compete in like events like monologues, duet acting, group acting. A lot of the varsity kids know what I'm speaking of. If you're a JV kid, this is a wonderful time. It is an extremely exciting time. If you need college auditions, you can college audition with this. I fought really hard to get us to go to the Gaylord in Dallas. We were slated to go to Corpus. I won that battle. It took all summer. The estimated cost is $550. It's a lot of money. I know. It should be the highest expense of the year, if I'm being honest with you, which is why a musical is no longer costs $500 to be in. Because this is most high schools' like most funded thing. This is like where you spend your money is this, because that's just how this goes. It's $200 for registration, then you have to get hotels for them to all stay in for the room for like 3 nights, or 4 nights, and then also the bus travel. That is what that means. That's what gets you to $550. At this point, I don't know. I haven't gotten the bus, so I can't tell you that it's going to be $550. It might be $520. It might be $570. I don't know. Fundraising is available for this. The reason I say that is because the next slide is fundraising. It's happening September 18th. That's when we're starting. We're late this year, past where everybody else is. If you have ever done the little text people fundraising, that's what we're doing. You text people and ask for money. Is it the funnest fundraising? No. Does it still work? Yes. Last year, this department raised $18,000 for nothing. For no reason. I'm saying that because I think it's wonderful. 50% of what you raise can be put towards that fest. 50% of what you raise can be put towards fees that come from me. Some of our fees, like show fees, they go to our boosters. That's a completely separate topic. But if there's something that I'm handling with money, I will let you spend the 50% that you earn from this on that. Okay? Basically, it is a way for us to get money in our accounts so that we can have money. It's a wonderful thing for us because we get 50% of whatever you raise, and then for y'all, y'all get 50% of whatever you raise. It's wonderful for us. I don't have too many field trips planned. I'm open to changing that. I get 18 emails a day from the Alley Theater trying to get me to go see shows. I will change that if enough of you come up to me and say, I would like my kid to go see more theater. If you want that, yes, I would like for them to miss school to go see theater. I will do that. I will do that. I just haven't heard a great, overwhelming yes from the population.
Yes.
I stand corrected. I'll work on it. My thing is, me and Smith have a lot of ideas on what we want to do with this department. We're putting on 2 shows this year that we're counting as like full main stage shows. We are putting our whole effort. We're putting budget into it. We are putting time after school into it in that black box. It's the first time in like, I think 15 years that we can trace something's actually happening in that black box that is worth something. We want to re-outfit said black box. We are doing it completely off of extra things. I think what we're trying to show you is that we are willing to put in a considerable amount of time if y'all showed me that you're willing to support it. That black box can sit like 60 people, and I genuinely think if you come see a show in it, your jaw might drop. I think if you saw the transformation from last year from a classroom into this year into what it is currently, and it's not great, but if you walked in there, you'd be like, oh. We have things we are raising money for, truly. I have things that I can spend money on. This year, and I don't know how much of a peer you went into this, my budget from my principal dropped a considerable amount. I'm getting less money than Barker got. Just saying. So yes, if you would like to help with this, if you would like to champion this and help me raise money, and you see this come across your kid's screen in a text and you're like, I remember this meeting, he was trying to get me, yeah, I would appreciate it. Next slide, please. Ways to pay. I put this slide up here because I want you to be very aware of something. There are 2 basic ways we pay for something. One is it's going to go through me. It's going to go through my paperwork way, where I have to send in a lot of paperwork through everything. Typically, we pay for things for shows for this, sets, costumes, things like that. The rights for shows, things like that. Anything that has to do with like this show, this time, on this stage for your kids. That's what we do that for. We also have the boosters. If you're paying a show fee for Clue, if you're paying a show fee for musical, they get that money. Why, you might ask? It is much easier for them to spend money, to feed your kids. Because I have 10 meals planned for Clue and 10 meals planned for Catch Me. They will be up here very late, and we want to feed our kids, right? They put in an incredible amount of time feeding our kids. They put in an incredible amount of time planning social events for our kids, for doing the Clue community event, because the community event is now with Clue, not with the musical. Dance camp is ran completely by our booster department. They are raising money. They are putting in the work. And I just want you to know that there is a difference. The boosters might need some help in some areas. For me, I get all the ticket sale revenue. So that's how I get my money. They get their money from their show fees to put it back into the kids and help me purchase some things. And also like fundraising, or not, I get fundraising. They get like car wash stuff and stuff like that. Anything they put on, all those events they put on, the merchandise we sell, they get that. Got it? Those are the 2 separate things. That's how this all works. Next slide. So, speaking of, if you want to support the Booster Club, if you want to help make our children's lives slightly easier, we have merchandise. We are starting today selling merchandise. We have this year's troop shirt, this year's troop hood, like a sweatshirt. Why did I say sweat? We have this year's tech shirt, and that's it. But when you get out there, please take a look. If we run out tonight, you can always order online through our Booster Club website so that we can actually put in like an extra order, get more in, and we know what size you want. We can be more accurate with that. If you would also like to join the Booster Club, I don't have a lot of information on that. Dan Marin, do you want to come and talk about the Booster Club memberships? Okay. I think y'all are tired of hearing my voice.
Hi Hi, everybody. We are happy y'all are all here. We would love to have y'all all join us. Anybody can join the Booster Club. The kids can join it. Grandparents can join it. Whatever you pay to join, there's different things you get for each level of membership, but any of that goes towards helping support the kids. So that goes into our funds. We feed the kids a lot. That's one of, I think, our biggest things that we do. So when the kids are up here for hours and hours and hours with rehearsals and shows, we're making sure they get fed. So that's a huge part of what we do. But we have all of those open spots and spots that are doubled up by people. We would love to have other people involved. Anybody is welcome. We would love to have y'all.
We've changed stuff this year a little bit, and I'm sorry, I'm yelling in the microphone. Before, membership included a bunch of $5,000 memberships. You don't need a $5,000 membership. As a parent here, I know that you have lots of costs and lots of things you're having to do. This year, we are simplifying things a little bit. The memberships are going to be $25 and $50. You can get it through our website. There's a link for it. There's some things outside that we'll be able, if you want to do it tonight, we've got some laptops that you can get on and actually sign up tonight and do it. Pearlandtheater.com. After that, we're going to start searching for some sponsorships. There's a whole lot of people in this town that love the arts, and we need to reach out to those people. If you have a business and you would like to get a write-off for donating to a 501c3, that's us. He is not one. Booster Club is. So that's where we are working on a sponsorship packet to be able to send home with your kids. We will send you a digital copy of it so you may post it and share it. If you would like a stack of them, we would love to send them to you. If you are that person that likes to go out and market things to people, we'd love to have you on board because there's a lot of people in this town that have the $100, the $250, the $5,000. We have a $10,000 sponsor that we would love to do all the things for. We would love to be able to help them market their business and show that they support our kids. Mr. Audie Johnson just walked through the door when I said sponsorships. Say hi. Audie is on our board and he is tackling that pamphlet right now for us so we can have a leave behind. Before it was always, hey, please support our kids. Now we need to say, we have these kids doing these shows, putting it out there. These are our accomplishments, and this is what we're going to be able to do with your money. We're stressing money a lot, but we are trying to be good stewards of your money, to be able to bring the theater up, to be able to advance what we're doing, to be able to bring more things for our kids to be able to experience more. Whether you're a tech kid, if you're on the stage, it doesn't matter. We're all one big theater, and we need to be able to grow and to be able to learn more. That being said, we do a whole lot of stuff. If you're tired now, just wait. The year has just now started. Students, excuse me, you're here a lot, yes. And it's not all work. We do a lot of fun things. We have a lot of after-school socials. We have a lot of spirit nights, which they go. It is not just to go and buy food and get 10%. They go for an hour and they hang out with each other and they get to build friendships through that. It's all on that piece of paper that I handed you, or at least was at the front door. I'm a very pre-planner and I like to have everything on my calendar. So if you've already signed up for that, you got a whole lot of messages from me this week. If you just signed up for it tonight, go onto that group me and there's a calendar function. And pretty much everything on that sheet, minus 5 or 6 of the regular theater things. I have not added musical things yet. I don't want to overwhelm people. There's a capability that when you click on that event, it says add to my calendar. And you literally, it'll automatically do it. It also gives you a reminder the day before. So if you forgot, you will remember to come see us. And I'll keep adding. There is a way to turn off those notifications if you get too much during the day. But that is the way that we're going to communicate. So whenever your student may or may not bring something home, we're going to try to reinforce it on the group meet.
Thank you, Jill. Next slide, Elsa. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, this is the season poster. I would like to point something out to y'all. Take pictures if you would like. If you want a copy, we'll get some out soon. Made by Mr. Wood Smith, by the way. I just want to shout him out. It is our 60th year of Parentland Theater, literally. We found the first show done here 60 years ago. If you notice something, that's a lot. Clue on stage is our fall play. Cool. That's normal. We always do a fall play. I'm doing 2 weekends of it. Typically 1 weekend, I'm doing 2. Hey, letting everybody in that room know that second weekend is a football game. Also letting you know that second weekend, that Saturday morning, band is leaving for Region. Also letting you know that football game is Fine Arts Parent Night. I don't get invited to those, so I don't really care. But next thing, we have Men on Boats. If you're in JV, I'm casting that out of JV. JV will rehearse in class. They will rehearse after school for those people who are in it when we get closer, and then they will perform it on those dates. It's going to be in the black box. That's new. Christmas Carol. I'm taking Christmas Carol to the junior highs. I'm bringing my varsity kids, and we are taking it to We're taking it to Junior High West. We are performing it at Junior High West, and we'll perform it here one night. That's new. Catch Me If You Can. That's our musical. That's normal. We always do a musical. Yeah. 1 act. That's normal. We always do 1 act. It's our competition piece. I think it's only going to be varsity, but my mind's really good change. JV Spring Play. We're adding another play in the black box. The other half of JV will do it. It'll be the other half of Men on Boats. Not listed on here is Coffee House. Not listed on here is Soaps, if we don't advance the new 1 act. That's a lot of stuff. Alyssa, will you go to the next slide? That's a lot of stuff. And I say this because this is my kind of point of this meeting, at least for me. I want to point out something to you. I hope to hand you guys this sponsorship packet. I hope to get it out and as public as I can. I'm not finished with it yet. I'm sorry. I'm trying. My point is, I'm doing a lot because I've seen that this department, this community, wants a lot, can handle a lot. I think your kids can do all of this. I think I've sectioned it off perfectly. We have a major show in every month, starting in October. October, Clue. November, Men on Boats. December, Christmas Carol. January, Catch Me. February, also kind of Catch Me. Also kind of 1 act. Then we skip March and April, and we get to the spring play. I need help. Last year, we brought in a kind of measly amount in sponsorships. Meaning, if we got 1 sponsorship, let's say this year for like 3,000, we would have made more in sponsorships this year than last year. We can do better, easily. I know this community can do better. I know I can do better. And I want to point something out to you that I hope will make some of you go, oh, okay, I see what he's saying. If y'all don't help me, which I think you will, I have to go and do this. I will go and do this. I will go to businesses. I will be the person. I know I'm the best person too. I'm the face of the department. I understand it. I get it completely. But if I get some help in this one thing that we need a lot of help on, I think this goes a very different direction. I'm already doing a lot. I'm basically directing all of these shows. I never leave this building. If you drive by, you will see a white RAV4 parked right out there next to the band lot, 90% of the time. I would like some help. And if you want to help, if you're a parent who would like to help the theater this year, this is how. I need it. Next slide. One pager. She already talked about this. There is a one pager. You probably have it. It's at the front door. It has every single date for this year. It's as right as I think it can be. I think the fundraiser date is off. Every time you print something, at least one date is wrong. That's just how this goes. But yes, if you want the one pager, that is that. I think that might be the end of my presentation. I want to say thank you. Genuinely, if you're here, it means a lot. It means that you or your kid is actually wanting to be involved in this and it wants to put time into this. And I just want to say that I will also help and I will put time into your kid, I promise. We have merchandise outside. We have the Clue band that has been set up. It's like slot number 2. It's your thing out there. So if you're in Clue, you need to go do that. I also think if you need to pay your fee for Clue and you want to handle that tonight, we can also do that. All of that is true. All of that is set up. I also here, if you need to talk to me, ask me questions, please do. If you need to reach out to one of these booster parents, one of the executive board, if you're interested in joining, please do. And yeah, I won't hold you hostage any longer. I did better than last year's kickoff meeting with time. Let's go. Thank you guys.